So today we are off to Tamworth, New Hampshire to check out the second annual First Responders Appreciation Event and Touch a Truck at Breakers Automotive. Violet was super excited when we got there to check out all the ambulances, and that was absolutely the first stop. There was a whole wide selection of them, and believe it or not, they even had newer models that are kind of slimmed down and upgraded, I guess, with newer technology. But I'm getting ahead of myself. It was an absolutely perfect day outside today, with not a cloud in the sky and probably close to the 80s when all was said and done, temperature-wise. But we took our time walking through this whole entire event and asking tons of questions of all the first responders and getting to know what types of things they have inside of their vehicles. Violet even got a chance to check her oxygen levels and get her blood pressure done in a special cuff that actually fit her, since getting her blood pressure checked is a recent fixation, thanks to those machines that they have at the supermarket. But it is definitely a good thing to be interested in after all. I'm always so impressed with how many different types of emergency response vehicles they have, from like trucks to sprinter van looking things to your traditional ambulance. Oh, and they had this cool new tattoo station this year, which we were super stoked about. Violet got one of the coolest tattoos I've ever seen on her arm today, and just wait for this reveal. Once she pulls back the towel, it is like so crazy intense. Ready? Here we go. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my goodness, this was so fun. Like, this was honestly something that was so pretty. I would probably go ahead and get something like this done, but I need to pace myself with getting back in the chair, if you know what I mean. It's always good to see a beautiful selection of muscle cars on display, and personally, I felt drawn to this GTO right here, as this was one of the vehicles that I was absolutely obsessed with for like no reason at all in high school. Like, I don't know, it's a beautiful car. What can I say? And this one is obviously well loved and cared for, so it had to be appreciated. But after checking out some of the outside stuff in the front, we had to go inside and take a peek at what was going on in there, because this event is so much larger than last year. They're even offering free CPR to anyone who is interested in learning, which I think is a really great thing to do. But of course, Violet didn't come to play, or did she? Because her latest obsession as far as games go is cornhole, and they had cornhole to be played. She got a chance to play against a few different people and seemed to have a blast every time, even if she wasn't able to get anything in. But I will say that one of her favorite moments was this very like Bluey-esque moment she had where she got inside of this trooper's car and figured out where the horn was, and I'm just gonna show you the results.
You can hit the horn. Right there, you see that horn button?
No. She's just always very happy to push the button, and I'm sure she would have pushed the button over and 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 over again. But we moved on to the next activity, which was checking out the fire trucks, and she was super stoked because she's been on a big Marshall kick with the Paw Patrol and is really excited to learn about fire trucks and firefighting. And we were really fortunate that she was able to meet Kenzie from the Madison Fire Department and get as many questions as she wanted answered. She even got to try on some gear, which was really cool because now I think she has an appreciation for how physically demanding this job could be because this stuff was heavy. And she even got to learn about gas masks and oxygen, which I think is really cool and important for kids to see because sometimes the firefighter gear can look a little alien, if you will. But I think this really helped her to understand more about what it could be like to be a firefighter. So, in the back of the building, they had the cookout area still going and a few different engines for us to check out. Violet looked at a few of them and picked out a lot of the similarities between Kenzie's truck and the other ones that she looked at. But the truck that I think I loved the most out of all of them is still this Apache right here because how can you not appreciate such a well preserved and loved vehicle? I just think this one is so cool. Every single time I see it, I just have to stop. And I think I've run into the owner once, but I hope that he doesn't mind that before I could get a chance to stop it, Violet had figured out that the door was open and popped herself inside. Either way, we had a fantastic day today at this Touch a Truck event. I somehow did end up with a totally killer sunburn, but I think that's also what happened last year, which is fine because I'm gonna have to take my Nissan out to the beach. But it was really cool to see how much this event has grown from last year, and I can't wait to see what comes next.